Do you realize we've traveled over 10,000 miles and drove through 27 states in our second year of full-time RV life?
And we thought we'd give you a quick recap of what 2022 looked like and share a few life lessons we've learned along the way. I'm Tammy, and this is my husband Scott. We are two artists who, when faced with mounting health challenges, decided life's way too short. So we sold our home and most of our stuff to move into a home on wheels. And along with Gracie and Jasper, we've hit the road full-time in search of new landscapes, experiences, and friends. We'd love to have you join us as we navigate our way through this RV lifestyle, and until further notice, our mission is explore, create, and inspire. We started the year off in Florida, camped along the St. Johns River. We loved it.
Yeah, awesome place.
Check out the sunset over the St. John. We met the most incredible people, and we made some lifelong friends that we'd shared so many fun adventures with.
You know, they took us out in their boats with them.
Yeah.
We saw alligators and birds, all kinds of wild things out along the Ocklawaha and along the St. Johns. It was incredible.
Yeah. And, you know, we won't hold it against our friends Matt and Tammy for getting stranded out in the water either. Crossing our fingers that we make it back. We make it somewhere.
We're dead in the water.
Not good. Unfortunately, we're not getting gas in the motor. There's an issue, and we shouldn't have went out, and we did, and now look.
We're getting rescued. Towed in.
They had not yet learned the zen of pontoon boat maintenance.
We had some low country boils, got our first ever golf cart poker run. We had family come to visit where we went kayaking in the Blue Springs and saw monkeys. Who knew? Monkeys in Florida.
Oh, but it wasn't all fun and games. We had lots and lots of RV repairs to deal with.
Yeah. And we made it through our first tornado scare.
Or two.
Or two.
Or three.
That was the first one.
That was the first one, okay. Tornado
That's our
out there, and
first
there's
tornado
no
alarm.
plan. We're idiots.
There's no shelter where we're at.
Oh, and don't forget, we got to watch our first rocket launch live from our campground.
Yep, right from the dock. Oh, and we experienced our first ever Buc-ee's. I know that might not seem like a bucket list thing, but Buc-ee's is freaking amazing.
They got Buc-ee's everything.
They have Buc-ee's sports bras. What? What? And stretch pants. They have athletic wear. That's unexpected. And I'm delighted.
And we were pretty busy with all that socializing, but I did manage to do a little painting while we were there. That I'm just kind of penciling in where things go, and I'm blocking in the background. Leaving Florida last spring was a little bit difficult and took some adjustment.
We had a few more RV problems pop up or reoccur.
Yeah. We got an old familiar friend here. The rear jack's coming down again.
So we took a side trip and detour on our way home to Colorado to visit the Vanleigh factory.
You make these careful plans, which we had planned out our return to Colorado, triumphantly missing all of the weather. And when we decided to turn north and go to Mississippi, that all changed.
Yep, we headed right into the eye of the storm.
Eye of the storm.
Quite literally. We had our second tornado scare living in the RV, and it hit just a mile from where we were camped.
A mile away.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter.
But on the bright side, Vanleigh sure enough helped us and changed out all of our levelers and components, and we haven't had any problems since.
We changed out the manifold, put a brand new manifold on, and we also replaced 3 of the jacks. And we think for sure that's going to take care of the problems that you've been having with your jacks.
We were happy to get back home to Colorado and spend quality time with our family and get ready for our oldest daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
Good job.
Love having you here.
Spending time with family is something we've been thinking about for months, and that was great. But the weather.
We made it back to Colorado.
It snowed and it blew.
We had dust storms and it was worse than the tornado scares.
We had hurricane winds in Colorado.
Yeah, sustained. It was scary. It was probably the scariest I've ever been in an RV.
And unfortunately, after all the planning, the wedding didn't go down like we thought it was going to. COVID hit.
Yep, we both got terribly ill with COVID. I missed the wedding. Scott barely showed up to watch his daughter walk down the aisle. And then we had a little bit of bad news from our doctors regarding our other health problem. So, RV life is just life, you know? You just gotta roll with it. And that's what we decided to do. Despite all of that, we're gonna keep rolling with it. So we headed off to New England.
The journey to New England had some unexpected surprises.
Yep, we just busted a hole in the front cap. Get out the duct tape.
We ended up loving upstate New York. For the first time ever, we found ourselves watching a sunset over Lake Erie. And then we stumbled upon Cooperstown, New York. Who knew?
There's the National Baseball Hall of Fame right there in little Cooperstown, New York. I gotta tell ya, this is one of those places we were just passing through and we're wishing we had a week. And then in Vermont and New Hampshire, we got to explore some of the quintessential covered bridges. Have we kissed under this bridge yet?
We have to kiss under every bridge?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing we started. We kissed in every covered bridge. Let's get to it, babe.
It's not mistletoe. Yeah, Vermont was where they had a pipeline going through the forest carrying maple syrup. Here's the pipeline here running through the woods. It goes all the way through the forest back to the sugar house.
And then we spent the whole rest of the summer in down east Maine, right along the coast.
We got to be the first people in the United States to watch the sunrise one morning. That was pretty special.
Pretty special. He made me get up really early for it, but it was worth it.
So we set the alarm for 0400 this morning because the sun's going to come up at about 5:40, and if we can get down to that West Quaddy lighthouse by 5ish, we're going to catch a really cool sunrise.
This is me proving my love to Scott. Because last night he said, if you love me, you'll get up and go with me. This is it. This is what love looks like, folks.
I think we nailed it. In my mind's eye, I saw pretty much exactly what happened this morning.
And we, for the first time ever, and possibly the last time ever, boiled our very first lobsters right behind the RV.
Time's up. It's all right, guys. It's almost over.
Like right here. Right here.
Going over to Campobello Island and seeing where FDR had his summer cottage, that was really cool.
Yeah, we got Canada for a day.
Oh yeah, and that's where we had to learn the hard lesson of not taking your Ford to a Chevy dealer to have the fuel filter changed. That didn't work out. So we're 6 miles from our furthest east destination, and we just got a warning that we have reduced engine power, and right now I'm topping out at 30 miles an hour. I have no idea what's going on. It's always something.
But we resolved that issue pretty quick with the help of some amazing local mechanics, and we went out exploring and we saw some awesome whales. from Maine, we headed down the coast to Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Who would have guessed that Massachusetts, a state that I couldn't even spell, would become one of our favorite destinations on the whole trip?
Yep. We fell in love with the whole area.
Yeah, and the art colonies and the seafood.
We could have totally envisioned ourselves just settling down in Gloucester in a little art colony, eating fresh seafood. But yeah, we couldn't afford it. So we moved on, and our trip took us over to Gettysburg.
That was definitely a bucket list trip, to stand amongst the headstones of all those soldiers who died in the Civil War, and to stand right there where Abraham Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address. I think we were there for 5 nights, and 2 or 3 of them were rainy and cold.
Yeah.
So leaving Gettysburg was bittersweet.
We said goodbye to Gettysburg and left fall behind for summer again.
Yeah, driving into Georgia and having the palmettos and the Spanish moss hanging from the tree made us feel at home, and everything was just going awesome. Living on a little island out on the coast near Savannah, things couldn't have been better until
our little fur baby broke her teeth. Daddy, we'll come back in a little bit. It's okay. I'm gonna cry.
and Gracie's doing a lot better now.
Now we're back down in Florida for the new year. Back with the manatees and the gators and the springs and the Spanish moss. And we've got a lot of adventures coming your way. But, you know, RV life is, with the Metzgers, is never dull. We do have a little damage on the RV to fix too.
Yeah, it's 100% my fault. Tammy told me to go the other way. I didn't do it. Hit a rock.
It's functional. It's just, it's not good. So we've been at this full-time RV life thing for 2.5 years. We're going into our 3rd winter living in the RV. And we thought we'd share just a few things we've learned along the way, in case you're considering doing this lifestyle too.
First off, collecting experiences is way more fulfilling than collecting things.
For sure. And the experiences aren't even the coolest part about RV life. It's really the friends and people you meet along the way.
Yeah.
And people always told us that, but we didn't believe it because we're actually pretty shy. We're pretty introverted. So for us, that's saying a lot, and it's absolutely 100% true.
Yeah, if you're gonna jump in an RV and go travel around the country, you're gonna meet new people.
You're gonna make friends.
Make a lot of friends.
A lot of friends. A lot more friends than we've ever had.
I know.
It's crazy.
We're socialists now.
No, we're social.
Oh, we're social now. Okay. The other thing you're gonna learn is that life is what happens when you're busy making plans.
Not only do you need to be flexible and expect that things aren't always going to go as planned, but some of the most exciting and fun things happen in the moments that you didn't plan. And really, the least important part of RV life is the RV. If you're looking at RVs, there's no perfect RV. We're in our 2nd RV in 2 years, and what we've come to realize is it's really not the RV that matters.
After all, what makes a house a home are the people and pets inside.
Yep. We want to wish you all a very happy new year, and we're going to see you real soon, starting our season off with answering your questions that you submitted about us, the pets, and the RV life.
We're not doing that live, are we?
Do you want to do it live?
No, let's not do it live.
We started the year off in Florida, camped alongside the St. Johns River. We loved it. That was awesome.
What was your favorite?
Sorry. there's acorns falling on the roof in case you're wondering what the noise is.
Really? I mean, I don't need to do anything with myself.
Fabulous.
And if you're new to our channel, or you've just missed some of our vlogs, simply go to our channel page and click on playlists to see them all. And that's a wrap.